Hello everybody! Welcome to this review, reveal, unboxing, show and tell of the Kali Oracle. Ferocious grace and supreme protection with the wild divine mother. Um, I really don't know. This is published by Blue Angel Publishing, and it is by Alana Fairchild with artwork by Jimmy Manton. If this style of art looks familiar, he also created the Isis Oracle for Alana as well as some decks, the Gods and Titans and the Goddesses and Sirens for Stacey DeMarco, also published by Blue Angel, I believe. This deck is, I don't have words for it other than just wow. It is such a powerful deck. And before I go any further, if you would like to, I actually channeled the goddess Kali. The link is in my bio if you are on Instagram. If you're watching this on YouTube, I will include it in the link in the description. But I channeled Kali, and it was my first time really channeling a deity, like a goddess. Most of the time it's just been my guide. And it was an experience unlike any other. She was very forceful, but not in a like bad way. Normally when I channel, it is, maybe a second difference, if a second or less difference in the information I'm hearing and the information that I'm translating. So I hear the sky is blue and I say the sky is blue. With Kali, she did not want to be translated. She wanted to speak through me. So it was a very interesting experience. I highly recommend you go and listen to that channeling, because I can't believe that I did it. And it's free, so you don't have to pay anything. You can just go and listen to it. So this is the box. It is, it's a gorgeous box. The inside is this nice orange. And this is the inside of the box. Kali, the wild mother of divine grace, spiritual freedom, and radical transformation, embraces your courageous soul. Kali, the wrathful goddess of supreme spiritual protection, welcomes your tender heart. Kali, the pure and ever watchful, stands against all that obstructs your fulfillment. The ego may fear her, but your true self takes comfort in her ferocious compassion and unyielding wisdom. Dance, revel, and rejoice in the presence of the Great Mother. With the empowering insight of Alana Fairchild and the striking imagery of Jimmy Manton, this unique oracle deck is an offering of guidance, clarity, and healing that invokes unconditional love, divine blessings, and authentic spiritual unfoldment. Share sacred space with the goddess Kali in her many forms for a direct experience of her alchemical power. Be held in the glory of her being and behold your destiny, dedicated to your bold and tender heart for the spiritual liberation of all beings. Just a heads up, some of the cards in this deck are a bit graphic in nature. So if if you don't like blood, I'm not saying it's terrible, but it can get some people. So, just be aware of that. This is the guidebook. Look how thick this guidebook is. I cannot even believe it. It is a huge guidebook. It is not including, it's 221 pages, not including the about the author and artist. So, table of contents. So one thing about this deck, and this is pretty much Alana's style. She doesn't do keywords on decks. But unless you're very well versed in all things Kali, you're not going to know what these mean. So it's just the title of the card, and then you come and find it, and then you read it. Then we have an introduction. Alana said when she was unboxing this deck, on her YouTube channel that she loves her words. And she says she never quite knows how much she's written until she sees the book. So I really, really like that we have a blessing for the deck. There's so much information in this deck, in this book, and I really, really love it. So we have basically like all of her guidebooks start picture of the card, and then we have like a paragraph right here. So if you want like a quick hit of Kali, you have this paragraph, and then it goes into all of the other, and then you have the invocation ritual for Kali, and it follows that same way of being. I think the thing that because I don't remember much about when I channel, about what happens when I channel or what is said, but I remember Kali saying that when we exact vengeance on somebody, when we try to get revenge, we do it from a three-dimensional perspective. And when she does it for the good of all beings. So her vengeance looks different from ours. And we see her as this vengeful goddess, but really she's a goddess of divine balance and compassion. It's just she shows it in a different way. Let me go in a little bit. There we go. And so let's look at the cards. I don't know what Blue Angel's been doing, but their card stock has changed. I don't even know what deck it changed with, but it's so luxurious. And I believe this is called the Seed mantra or something on the back of the card. I'm just going to talk as I go through the cards. Yeah, I love this deck. And Kali is a goddess that, admittedly, I will admit, I have been very hesitant to want to like call in. But I'm thinking it might not be that scary to actually work with her. But yeah, and I will draw a card for all of us at the end of this, so stay tuned. This is a good card. They're all good cards, but you know what I mean. I drew this card last night. I've been so careful about drawing cards because I'm like, I don't want to shuffle it because I have to show it to people. While I'm going through this, if you have never had a spiritual team reading, or even if you have had one and it's been a long time because your spiritual team can change, I will be including a card from Kali, from the Kali Oracle. So if you love this deck and you want a card from it, I will be including a card from this deck in a spiritual team reading. So basically, the spiritual team reading tells you who is around you, who you can ask for help from. So if you're hitting roadblocks with your career, if you're hitting roadblocks in relationships, if you're hitting roadblocks and you just in just any area of your life and you're not sure how to get past it, it's because you don't know who's on your spiritual team. It's because you're not asking for help. And that is the number one thing to get out of, not to get out of any situation. This is one of the graphic cards. Janamasa, who decapitates her own head. It's not that you're like just not lucky. you have not because you ask not. And the spiritual team reading actually helps you find who to ask for and how they're helping you and how you can move forward and be more empowered to actually get shit done. I also use like 8 decks in that. 9 if you get one, and I use the Kali deck. So 9 decks I use. So it is one of the readings that gets the most love and attention, and it's one that I designed myself. So if you're looking to get unstuck, and if you're looking to find what the fuck is going on and how to move through things, that's the reading. This reminds, I hope this is not disrespectful, but this reminds me of the Babadook. I'm not sure what this is about, but watch that be the card that I picked for everybody, right? The one that I said was the Babadook. I gotta say, like, this cardstock is so thick, it feels like you're holding 2 cards. Huh. Very well done. I like how there's hardly any borders, and it's not, you can't even really count it as a border. It's just a nice design. Yeah. And the last card. Okay, so it's time for the first shuffle. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do this. I'm normally a very difficult, not difficult, but like a very hard shuffler. So I have to like not ruin my decks when I shuffle them. Oh, okay. Isn't that interesting? When Alana Fairchild drew her card, she drew the first one. And now I draw it and I got the last one. So we have Bhavatarini. Bhavatarini. Should be easy to find because it's the last one. Woo. Okay, I'm probably not going to read all of this because I can't read that well on camera. The tantric priestess of karma release manifests with the capacity to integrate higher divine energy into even the most stubborn patterning that has so far resisted healing. When momentum is building and you don't know how to stop fueling the fire or reverse the damage, she appears. Her presence indicates that this is a powerful time for spiritual work and healing practices. She will support the work, and much growth can come from it. Particularly at this time, no matter how wild they may seem, the storms of your life shall be gentled, and you shall emerge unharmed. So that's actually really amazing. I love this deck so much. It honestly is such a breath of fresh air. Seems like a not a very accurate thing to say, but I'm interested to see how this deck is going to work with the other Divine Feminine decks that from Alana Fairchild. So the Mother Mary Oracle, the Kuan Yin Oracle, and the Isis Oracle. I'm very interested to see how this is going to work. I love this deck. I think Blue Angel did an amazing job. I think Alana Fairchild, as always, did an amazing job. She's like freaking the best. And I've also been like, I've been stalking the progress of this deck for like a year, it feels like. So if you like this deck, you can go pick it up. I believe on Blue Angel's website. I don't think it's quite available here in the US yet. If you want to book your spiritual team reading and get clarity, get guidance, and get confident and comfortable with where you are and how to move forward, you can do that at the link in my bio or the link in the description of this video. This has been a review, reveal, unboxing, show and tell of the Kali Oracle. Thank you for watching. Give me a like, subscribe, follow, and give it a thumbs up. All right, bye guys.